at the US Open for the first time since becoming a mother. And she is ready to get started. Laura Robson and Candy Reid in the commentary box.
Well, as expected, Ostapenko going all or nothing on the returns. Coach win for set. Been with Osaka for many years now, returning after her maternity leave.
An excellent service hold from Naomi Osaka. Jelena Ostapenko from Latvia, now working with Eva Maioli to serve. Love one.
Enjoys working with the former players, has worked with Marion Bartoli in the past. Eva Maioli, very current still on the tour because she was Billie Jean King Cup captain.
There she is in the hat. Former Roland Garros champion as well.
That helps too.
There's Eva. Ended Martina Hingis's, I think it was a 37-match winning run at Roland Garros when she won the title there. Working a little bit with the Croatian Billie Jean King Cup team. Often before this tournament seen in the box of Donna Vekic. Ostapenko coming into this match, having won 29 tour level encounters so far. That's tied for the 10th most. Did have a terrific start to the season, a couple of titles, both on hard courts.
Had a bit of a wild schedule, didn't she, where she played in Australia, had an unbelievable run in Adelaide, came unstuck, third round of Aussie Open, then went over to Linz, won that tournament, and then played in Doha about 24 hours later.
It is the life of a tennis player. And Ostapenko holds 30, one game all.
I always get the feeling that there's this perception that Ostapenko's a little bit uncoachable just because of the way that she plays, and I don't necessarily believe that, because I think she's willing to take on board lots of advice if it aligns with the way that she wants to play.
You're not going to make her into a serve volleyer, are you, or someone who hits lots of drop shots?
I think people come in and they expect her to try, you know, play more high percentage, to go more cross court, to do all these things that you would naturally try and teach someone if they were making a lot of unforced errors. But that doesn't really align with who she is as a person, and this is how she's always played tennis, this is how she wants to play tennis, and I think once you understand that about her, then it makes a lot of sense.
Like Naomi Osaka, Jelena Ostapenko has been incredibly successful. Oh. 8 singles titles, 2 of them this year. Over 15 million in career prize money. She's been world number 5 in May 2018.
Out. 13. That's right.
So Naomi Osaka holds for a second time today. We're on serve through the second round of Cincinnati. Serving now 1-2 against Naomi Osaka.
Oh, that's lethal. For both of them, return placement seems like it's going to be high on the agenda. Those mid-court balls sitting up. Both easy put-aways for both players.
What's your thoughts on Naomi Osaka and her return?
It hasn't gone the way that she hoped. I thought, well, every couple of weeks I have this feeling like, oh, there's going to be one match and then it's going to click and then that's going to be that and we're going to see her win a slam.
Out.
And I've been saying that for quite a while now, and it hasn't quite clicked yet. But it seems very close at times. I think back to Rome, Roland Garros, that match against Iga Swiatek. The top level doesn't seem that far off, but just the longer it's taking her to get there, I think she's losing a little bit of belief at times.
Osaka hasn't beaten a top 10 player in over 4 years. But she's got very, very close. Did have a match point against Swiatek at Roland Garros. Another service hold ticked off at Jelena Ostapenko. Back to even Stevens.
And it was great to see Osaka enter a few of the smaller tournaments as well. I don't think many of us were expecting her to play, you know, a couple of 250s this year and really try and play a bit more of a full schedule so that she can find a way back.
Don't forget you can stay connected to the US Open. Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and WhatsApp. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open.
And to see the fact that she was willing to play qualifying in Cincinnati, all really positive signs.
Didn't play the US Open last year, but she was sitting in the stands with her mum on Arthur Ashe Stadium watching Coco Gauff, she said. She felt inspired to play again. And that's something, of course, we've got to keep in mind, that the new mother, Naomi Osaka, Alina Svitolina, made it look easy, didn't she, when she returned to the game last year? But that was rather unique. That was a fabulous service hold from Naomi Osaka. All business.
Osaka leads 3 games to 2.
Will remain on serve through, and that mindset has paid off. Ostapenko serving at 2-3 against Naomi Osaka on Louis Armstrong. Can be a player of extremes. 72 winners against Sara Sorribes Tormo at Rome this year, but she also hit 69 unforced errors.
No winner unforced error ratio could ever surprise me in an Ostapenko match.
Coco Gauff said, when you play a player like her, she plays really well, there's nothing you can do.
There's so much of playing Ostapenko, to me, feels like just keeping yourself in the match enough and staying engaged enough that when she can have those little dips, that you're there to take advantage of them, because definitely at times you're kind of walking side to side.
Case in point.
3 games on.
She is comedy gold, isn't she, from time to time, Jelena Ostapenko, and seems to enjoy that part of it. Got a real personality, a great character for the WTA Tour. Three aces now, 2 double faults. First serve percentage of 81 for Ostapenko.
Out. 89.
Osaka, of course, mum to a little girl.
39.
Started 2024 essentially unranked, and since then, as Laura was saying earlier, she's played pretty much a non-stop schedule. It's her coaching team. She's back in the top 100 in the PIF WTA rankings.
Out. 30-15.
Added a former ballerina, Simone Elliott, to her team. Simone comes along as a mental coach, also a movement coach.
was watching her practice during Fan Week, and there was a significant amount of work being done post-practice on the little sharp steps out to the wide balls, and they were doing these drills, kind of almost attempting to slide on her outside leg, which she doesn't usually do.
Right, short and sharp. Another service hold for Naomi Osaka. And a pretty high quality match so far. Popcorn first.
A great placement on the serve, moving out wide and then the back behind.
Out. 15.
Too good. I mean, there was a good neutralizing ball from Osaka midway through that rally where she was able to get it deep through the middle of the court, but Ostapenko, being Ostapenko, straight away from way behind the baseline, absolutely rips it again. Back to square one.
Serving with the new balls, and she's got even more pop behind the serve. That one 104. He's keeping a very high first serve percentage as well, Jelena Ostapenko.
And that's probably your best option with the return. As deep as possible through the middle. Realistically, until that first serve percentage drops slightly from Ostapenko, you're not going to have many opportunities to go for a big return.
Foot fault. Out.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, she can't argue with anyone because it's a machine.
Doesn't stop the Latvian sometimes, though, does it?
She doesn't believe in the technology.
Crucial time for a foot fault there, 40-30. Usually is that front foot, isn't it? Just slides over once in a while. Oh yes, first break point coming up for Naomi Osaka.
That was incredible shot making. This shot here to finish it off, but really it was the setup because it was deep through the middle and then opening it up a little wider, waiting until she had a space to go to.
8 winners for Osaka and an opportunity. And there it is. Terrific play from the 26-year-old, twice a US Open champion. Has got the breakthrough. And will now serve for the set at 5-3.
Oh, it looked like we were well on our way to 4-all with the way Ostapenko was serving, but that's the thing. All it takes is just one error, and then you're right back in it. Osaka really maximising her chances there. And probably the most vocal I've heard her, arguably since Roland Garros. Great to see her so positive.
She is number 1 on tour, is Naomi Osaka, in percentage of first serve points won. Average is 75%. Today it's higher than that.
Make that 12 out of 13 first serve points won.
Champion here, of course, in 2018 and 2020. Last time she played, it was a couple of years ago when she was beaten in the first round. After just 27 minutes, Naomi Osaka has 3 set points. Slight fault with the electronic line calling system. Thumbs up from Arnaud Gaba.
First service.
Well, that is a terrific set of tennis from the returning Naomi Osaka. Such a popular figure here at the USTA Billie Jean King. But it might just happen today. Day 2 main draw action from the 2024 US Open, and she's got the first set against Jelena Ostapenko. Ostapenko broken from 40-15 up in that 8th game of the first set. That's all it took. That game involved a foot fault.
It didn't feel like it was the foot fault that affected the outcome of the game, though. Just that point, and then we just saw Osaka put together 3 great points in a row. And just this energy from Osaka, bouncing around between the points, and it's definitely affecting her ball strike. She's up inside the baseline. As soon as she gets a look in, it's point over.
She just looks so up for this match, doesn't she? As well as serving well, forehand has been firing. 0 unforced errors as well from the 26-year-old in that first set. This year, Jelena Ostapenko has won 5 matches after losing the first set. Already facing another break point.
It's outrageous.
Well, this is the Naomi Osaka that I think we all knew was back there. Did beat Ons Jabeur in Toronto this year. Difficult to know what kind of result that really was, because of course we know that Ons has been really struggling with injury, not able to play this year's US Open, but said that was a nice match for it. It was very instinctual.
This looks like pure instinct.
After that win against Ons, she said, honestly, when I play the best players like Ons, I tend to play better. And it seems, Laura, that's what she's doing today. Playing a great player and playing off the charts well.
Yeah, I think this is the sort of player she enjoys matching up against, though, where she's getting power onto her racket, where she can redirect and play her game style and know that she's going to get a fair few unforced errors.
Oh, yes. Exquisite backhand.
Thinking back to Wimbledon, where we saw Osaka play Emma Navarro and just look really uneasy by the end of the match at the disruption in pace and the variety and the change of rhythm all the time. Whereas this is power followed by more power.
Osaka needs 2 games to go. Second.
Osaka showing us her powerful best. 2020 US Open champion, of course. Got through the likes of Misaki Doi, Camilla Giorgi, Marta Kostyuk, Annette Kontaveit, Shelby Rogers, Jenny Brady, and then Victoria Azarenka in the final. 6-3 in the third set. Her second US Open title. And she's, of course, got 4 majors to boot, 2 at the Australian Open as well.
15.
So she speaks quite a lot with Alina Svitolina and Caroline Wozniacki, saying the mums actually motivate each other quite a lot out on tour.
I think it's nice that they all have a different approach as well. Svitolina, kind of one of the first mothers to not travel all the time with her child, realizing a bit more of a routine at home is an option too. Because the travel life is not easy. Changes in environment every week, different hotels, different sites.
It's not easy, is it, without a child, let alone with one?
And Osaka, from the sounds of it, has been doing a bit of both, especially the weeks in the US. She feels like it's a bit more flexible. She can bring her daughter with her, whereas a trip to Australia, understandably, is a little bit more challenging.
She's been nothing but positive, has she, today? So Jelena Ostapenko up and running in this second set. Serving at a set and 2-1 up. Ostapenko is not going to go anywhere today. Fourth ace for Naomi Osaka, or I should say fifth ace, 2 in this set. Just be a little careful because Ostapenko ranks number 4 on tour for second serve return points won. Hasn't seen too many today. It was the same size as the fish I caught last week. Oh, the angle on that serve, my goodness, that flew off the court.
Osaka leads 3 games to 1. Second.
USOpen.org, your online home for point-by-point live scoring. Don't forget, highlights, real-time stats and draws. You can visit the official tournament site at usopen.org.
Love 50.
You just feel a lot more pressure, don't you? If you feel like in your return games you're not even getting a look in, and then within 2 minutes you're back on your own serve again, stepping up to the line, feeling like it's just that much faster.
Well, Ostapenko knows she cannot afford to be broken for a second time in this set and a third in the match.
Well done, Ostapenko. How did she get the return back?
14-13.
Latvian throwing in her 5th double fault of the match. It's staying rather calm though.
It's not been much to get upset about. She's just being hit off the court. And the move here out to this wide one is what Osaka was practicing last week. Just trying to put a bit more weight through the outside leg by the looks of it.
Back to Juice we go. Did label herself for a brief time, didn't she, during the clay court season as Clayomi. Rather ironic. She's never really liked the natural surfaces too much. Spent a lot of time though in Spain trying to get better on the clay courts, learn to slide. Now sliding on a hard court. Fifth ace for Jelena. A superb forehand to finish off a tricky game, which was an absolute must-hold for Ostapenko.
Second set.
Anything, Laura, that Ostapenko could do to try and find a way to get a break point here?
I think she could actually go for more on the second serve. I can't believe I'm saying that. But there's been a few kick serves from Osaka that Ostapenko's letting it come up a little too much. And on the forehand side, she can come over the top of the ball, but on the backhand side, it's even harder to play above the shoulder. So that's where she's feeling the pressure, and it's hard to get the depth on that return. So Osaka's just staying comfortably in charge of the rally. But also incredibly difficult when someone's dropping first serves like that. 110 down the tee.
Looking to put a bow on the situation here. Just serving far too well for Jelena Ostapenko to do anything about.
We haven't seen Ostapenko change her positioning either on the first serve, especially if someone's serving this big. I know it feels very anti-Jelena Ostapenko to do this, but just to drop back a little bit further. And she can still try and go for the same return that she wants to, but have a bit more room so the ball's not rushing onto her racket every time. And look at Osaka's starting to stand on the second serve return now. Well inside, she is on the end with her coaching team at the moment, so whether that was a little bit of info, just move in now that you've got the set and a break within touching distance.
It's just been a comprehensively good performance, hasn't it, from the woman in the picture, serving beautifully and also returning very nicely indeed. She's been fizzing them back. Ostapenko now in the plus column, winners to unforced errors, but still behind in this match. That has been the level of Naomi Osaka.
Too good.
15-14.
And she starts a little further out near the tram lines on the ad side because she wants the forehand return.
Gets the break of serve. A big reaction from Naomi Osaka, who's had her business face on today.
Before this game starts, it would be a shame to not see this outfit again. Let's bring it back for round two. Unplayable. 21 out of 23 first serve points won. Well, Ostapenko said that stat cannot stand.
I will not have it. Well, it's taken her almost 1 hour. Jelena Ostapenko finally has a break point, and not one, but two.
Thank you.
Naomi Osaka saves both of those break points. And now it's match point time for the twice US Open champion. 61 minutes on the clock. A nod of the head. Not yet.
Almost the first cross-court rally we've seen all match.
It takes a village. Naomi Osaka has put a lot of faith in her team. Match point number 2 for Naomi Osaka. And we will continue.
It was interesting to see after the previous point, Osaka's team straight up on their feet. And I think it's because she just had to hustle a little bit. There was a ball where she was pushed out wide, did well, went for the movement that they've been working on the outside leg, just to hang in for an extra shot.
Will it be third time lucky? Little smile, she's keeping herself cool, calm and collected. Nerves will be jangling. This time last year she was sitting on Arthur Ashe watching the others play, now on the verge of making it through to round 2. just a matter of time. Naomi Osaka puts the bow on a superb performance here on Louis Armstrong. She's beaten a top 10 player for the first time in 4 years. She's back into the US Open second round. The twice US Open champion produces a performance of a highest grade. And perhaps the emotion will start right now, because that was really something special.
That was fun.